Howdy, fellow citizens of the digital agora. A little late, but still getting it done. Thomas the Trailhound, episode 18. Thank you for stopping by again. This is the Unwritten Rule of Grayson Highlands. Damascus is behind us now. 2 days behind us, maybe 3. The old man doesn't count days the way he used to. Neither do I. We count smells, pine resin, and creek water, wood smoke from a shelter, fire growing distant. The particular cold that comes when elevation takes the trees and gives you sky instead. That's how I knew we're climbing. Not the burn of my short legs, not the way the old man's breathing changes, deeper, slower, more deliberate, like he's negotiating with the mountain. I know we're climbing because the world starts to smell like up. He's been quiet since Damascus, not the bad quiet, not the heavy quiet he carried out of Georgia. That one smelled like old grief and unfinished business. Sharp, metallic, tucked under everything else. This quiet is different. This is the quiet of a man who has been handed something and hasn't decided yet what to do with it. Eka did that. I don't know what passed between them. I was nearby, but whatever Echo gave him, it was something I could smell or see. It was underneath the old man carries it the way he carries his pack, without complaint. Adjusted to fit. The trees thin out somewhere above 4,000 feet, and then the world just opens. I've seen it before. The balds. These strange bald places on the mountain where the forest simply stops and the grass runs out in all directions. And the sky comes down to meet you like it's been waiting. The old man stopped walking. He always does here. I sit beside him, left boot, always the left. We look out together. The highlands in late fall, gold, brown, and last stubborn green. The wind moving through in long, slow waves, like the mountain is breathing. No performance up here. The wind doesn't care who you were in Damascus. The cold doesn't negotiate. The sky doesn't offer comfort. It offers truth, which is its own kind of comfort. If you're built for it, the old man is getting built for it. I've been watching. We make camp in the open. This is new. Earlier on the trail, you always saw trees, the shelter of something overhead. That's a human thing, needing a ceiling between yourself and the infinite. But tonight, he pitches the tent on the ball itself, and whatever it decides to put in it. I approve of this. He makes the small fire, not for warmth really, just for the ritual of it. But the thing hands need to do when the mind goes quiet, and we eat our separate meals in the way we do, comfortable, in silence between us. Then the stars come. I will not try to describe the stars over Grayson Highlands on a clear, late fall night. I don't have the words. Even the old man, who has more words than most, I've heard him use them, turning them over in his mouth like river stones. Even he just looks up and stops reaching for them. Some things are beyond word system. This is one. We sleep, or he does. I rest in the way I rest. One ear always listening. One part of me always on duty. It's not a burden, it's just what I am. Morning comes gray and cold and still. The particular stillness of a world that hasn't decided yet whether to be gentle or harsh. The old man makes his coffee. The steam rises straight up. No wind yet, and he wraps both hands around the cup and watches it rise. Like a man reading scripture. I'm investigating the perimeter. Every perimeter has a story. Written in the night by things that pass through. Deer, something smaller. Foal, maybe, or shrew. Frost on the grass showing every footprint, like the night kept its own record. And then a smell that stops me completely. Pony. Not the distance generalized pony smell that lives in the highlands, the way wood smoke lives in a wool coat, permeated, settled, permanent. This is close pony. This is distressed pony. I follow it past a stand of scrub hawthorn, down a slight depression in the ball, and there a young one, coat or filly, I couldn't say, small still, legs too long for its body, the way young always are, built for the size they'll become before they've grown into it, and one of those legs is wrong. Caught between two rocks that the frost had shifted in the night. Not broken, that smell would be different, but wedged, held. The pony is down on her side, working the leg in small, frantic circles that are accomplishing nothing except exhaustion. I sit. This is the first decision. I sit, and I don't make a sound, and I don't move toward it. Because 10 feet behind the pony, behind the boulder, she'd been standing behind since before I arrived. The mother. I want you to understand that if you've never been looked at by a mare who believes you are a threat to something she made with her body and has kept alive with her vigilance every hour of every day since it drew its first breath, if you have never been looked at like that, then I cannot fully explain it to you. It is not anger exactly. Anger is too simple, too human. It is the entire weight of love, converted into readiness. She is not deciding whether to hurt me. She has already decided. She is only deciding when. I hold very still, keep my body low and soft. I do not look her directly at her eye. That would be a challenge. I look slightly past. I slow my breathing. I am saying, in the only language that matters here, I know. I see. I am not the thing you fear. Whether she believes me is not yet determined. I go back for the old man. Not with barking. Barking would be wrong here. Would tear the thin membrane of calm I've been building. I go back and I find him still with his coffee, and I stand in front of him and I look in the direction we need to go. He reads me. This is the thing about the old man now. 5 months on the trail, 5 months, a fewer words and more watching. He reads me. He puts down the coffee. He stands. He follows. No questions. He sees the pony first, then the mother, and he stops. The way I stopped. The immediate stillness. And I watch him. I watch his body change. The shoulders drop. The jaw unclenches. The hands. He opens his hands. Lets them hang at his sides. Lowers himself. One knee in the frost. Then both. He is making himself smaller. He is making himself readable. The mare's eyes is on him now. All of it. The full weight. And the old man meets it. Not with dominance. Not with performance. Not with the language of words. Or the language of reason. He meets it with stillness. With the truth of his body. Which says, I am not a predator here. I am not here to take. I am here because something small needs a hand. And I have hands. He moves towards the pony in increments so small. Her weight comes forward. The old man stops, waits, breathes. She settles. He moves again. I sit 6 feet behind, back and slightly to the side, and I do not move at all, and I do not make a sound. My job right now is to be a calm thing in the periphery, a reference point. See something small and calm. Small calm things mean no danger. I know my job. His hands find the leg. The pony flinches, shudders along the whole length. The mare comes forward 2 steps, and the old man freezes completely. And I watch him. And I'm watching his smell, too. Because animals smell fear. And animals smell calm. You cannot choose one and perform the other. The body tells the truth. The face tries to hide. And the old man's smell is calm. Genuinely. Not performed. Not suppressed. Actual calm. 5 months ago, this man smelled like a city. Like effort and worry and the particular exhaustion of someone who has been explaining himself to the world for too long. Now he smells like trail, wood smoke, and coffee. Somewhere underneath all that, stillness. The mare reads it. I watch her read it. I watch the calculation happen in her eyes, an ancient calculation, older than any language, threat or not threat, danger or safe. She takes one step back. The old man's hands work, slow and sure. Feeling the rock, feeling the leg, understanding the geometry of the trap. The pony stops fighting. This is the extraordinary thing. The pony stops fighting and gives the leg to him. That is trust, not earned over time, not built through history, given in the moment because the moment told the truth. He shifts one rock, creates the angle, and the leg comes free. Pony scrambles. All four legs find a purchase in the frost. It stands, shaking, testing, then still. The mare is there immediately, nose to flank, checking the thoroughness of a mother who needs to know with her own senses that the thing she loves is whole. The old man sits back in the frost, doesn't stand, just sits. Lets them have the moment. The mare checks her foal. Then she turns her head and she looks at the old man. I don't know how long it lasts. Time moves differently in moments like this. She looks at him. He looks at her. No words. There are no words here. There's only what passed between them, which was recognition. I see you. I see what you did. I know what you are. Then she turns, moves off across the bald. The foal beside her, still slightly unsteady, but moving, getting stronger with each step. The old man sits in the frost for a long time. I come and sit beside him, left boot, always the left. The wind has come up now, moving across the bald in that long, breathing way. After a while, he puts his hand on my back, not petting, just resting, just contact. We watch the ponies move across the highland until they are small, and then smaller, and then folded into the distance. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't need to. I've been thinking about this since Georgia, since I first noticed the old man beginning to change. Humans wear so many masks. I don't mean this unkindly. I understand why. The human world seems to require it. The performance of confidence, the performance of certainty, the performance of being fine, of knowing the way, of not needing anything. Masks on top of masks, until the person underneath has trouble finding their own face. The trail takes them off, not gently. The trail is not gentle. But one by one, mile by mile, the performance becomes too expensive, and the human learns to travel lighter. And what they travel lighter without is usually the thing they needed to put down most of all. The mare read the old man today. She read what was actually there, not the resume, not the history, not the story he used to tell about himself, just the man. Kneeling in the frost, hands open, meaning no harm. And what she found was worth trusting. That's the whole thing. That's all of it. Some of us are born knowing that language. Some of us have to walk 500 miles to remember it. Either way, you get there. Or you don't. The old man is getting there. Woof. That is the end of episode 18. The Grayson. Sorry. I got a little too excited. I got the reflection here. That's the end of the episode, though. So the Diogenes reflection. There's a reason why we have always told stories about animals. Not because animals are simple, because they are honest. The mare on the Grayson Highlands didn't ask for credentials, didn't check the old man's record, didn't weigh his intentions against his history, or his history against his words. She read what was present, what was real. We used to know how to do that before the mask became the face, before the performance became the identity, before we learned to distrust what we could plainly see in favor of what we'd been told to believe. The oldest intelligence is not artificial, it's animal. It's the thing in the chest that knows before the mind explains. We've been training ourselves out of it for a long time. Maybe the trail, whatever your trail is the practice of training back in, of getting quiet enough that your body tells the truth again. Quiet enough that something wild might look at you and decide. Safe. That's worth walking for. It's worth every blister. Faith, family, forward always, friends. I hope to see you on the trail with Old Man and Hound again next week as we continue north for a very rough Act 3. We got about 4 more episodes, I think, of Act 2 before we transition seasons again. Thank you for journeying if you made it this far. Like, share, and subscribe, and support an old spoken word storyteller. I wish you well, fellow citizens of the digital agora. Diogenes out.